what's up?
So funny. Hey guys, when you join, say hello. I'm just starting over here on Instagram. Perfect. I'm super excited. When you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm doing this two-way, what's it called? Um, Two-way live again where I have Instagram and Facebook going. So I really like this because it lets me do like both things at one time. And but when I have followers or you guys from the community join, it says follower. That's why I said it. I'm always like, wait, what's happening or what's going on? So anyway, I'm super excited to be here to be present with you. I know I'm a little bit later this morning than when I usually go, but I really just felt called and led and inspired and super excited, Fatima, to be on here. So my name is Colleen Gallagher. As I said, I'm the founder of Colleen Gallagher International. So you can go colleengallagher.co and you'll find my website. Um, Fatima, I just love you. I love that Fatima is so committed. That's one thing I love about Fatima, just so committed to the work of healing, to ascension, to enlightenment. It's really profound. So, I wanted to come on today specifically because I wanted to talk about money and magic. And Michaela, as I say, I want to talk about money and magic. Michaela joins. I love this. One of the most magical people in the whole world. And so this morning I wanted to sync up. I wanted to tune in. Whew, I wanted to come together because, first of all, if you don't know, I have a free training this afternoon. It is absolutely 100% free. If you have not registered, you're going to want to register. It's just absolutely silly to not be there. It's a no-brainer. Kim, how are you? Kim, we have a free training this afternoon. Are you attending? It's 2:30 PST. I know I can put it in Facebook. I don't think I can do it in Instagram, but I'll try here. Um, so this training is all going to be about how, like, I'm sharing three secrets, three tips, and how do you really begin to merge mysticism, money, magic, business, where you really like, you don't have to feel like you're afraid of who you are. And I feel for so many of us who are on this path of healing, who are on this path of enlightenment. And when I was in a corporate job, excuse me, I was still the saleswoman, even when I had a multi-million dollar sales territories. I was still a saleswoman that I would like go in to the what's it called? I would go into the customer and very rarely would I talk about electrical engineering equipment. Like very rarely. It was more like what's happening in their home lives, like what's happening with their wife, what's like they would be saying like what they're providing for their daughters. They'd sometimes say like, "Oh, my wife this." Like it was never like a fun, loving relationship. It was always like work is like I'm happier at work than I am at home. And I always felt like this was so sad. So my sales were actually a lot more done about like relationships and love, but they built trust with me because it was like I was literally starting with what's happening in their house. And then that somehow built over into me getting sales because they knew I didn't really know a lot about the product or I wasn't an engineer. The product didn't excite me. So it was a really interesting way that I started my career. But in a way, I feel like I still was practicing magic. And that in essence is magic. I want to break that in. Magic is just this in my perception, the way that I speak about it, magic is just this sensation and this feeling and this experience that you offer through yourself with other people because they feel seen, they feel heard, they feel understood, they feel like they matter, they feel like they're important. There's a part of them when they're in the presence of you, when someone's in the presence of you, they feel a sensation or a feeling they haven't really felt before. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. Like, they just feel this overwhelmingly um, excitement for you to come around and for you to be around. And that, in essence, is magic, is because you're activating a feeling, you're activating a sensation. And this could be for followers on social media. I can't even know how many messages I get when people are like, "You've seriously done so much in my life," or "You've, changed my life. I've been watching your content for years and now I'm just reaching out to you." Like people that have read my books that have like implemented it, like it's just such a beautiful experience. And that is magic. Magic is intangible. Magic is like activating this emotional presence within people so they can feel, so they can remember to be alive. And the money part of that with magic, right? When you're tapped into that, when you're truly just like tapped into, when you're truly just tapped into being that expression with no limitations, with not being afraid of yourself, with not fearful what people are going to think of you, you don't like second guess what you're going to say. Even if something you say is kind of like, I don't want to say like a clap back, which I mean by a clap back is like you're like saying something sassy or comical or like sarcastic, like you're saying something like this. You're not afraid of it. You just let what comes through you needs to come through, and you trust it, and you know that that's good enough. You know that's more than enough. And money happens when you consistently do this without any attachment to money. You're not sitting there wondering, waiting, what's the idea of what I need to do to get money? What is the thing I need to do so this money lands? What is the things that needs to happen, right? Like if I was like sitting here right before this live, I knew I wanted to go live today. I felt called, I felt inspired, I felt excited because I've been getting so many good feedback from all of these lives I'm doing. And it's like, it just makes me feel so blissful and so excited. And it makes me feel so like I'm moving right on purpose. But I didn't get on live this morning and go like, what do I need to talk about to make money? What do I need to talk about so that people do whatever? Like I didn't do that. I just simply was like, what's alive inside of me? Magic and money. That's what I want to talk about. Don't know why. Don't know even how that came to me. Don't even know. Like I just simply sat down and had a conversation with myself. Like, what is it that I want to speak about? What is it that I want to communicate about? And then that's when magic like this, it's like I just show up and it's just like a stream of consciousness coming through, right? And I've obviously had a lot of practice. I've done this for 4 years now. So I've gotten on, and there were times maybe I wasn't articulating my sentences the way I am now. There might have been times when there was a longer pause between things I was saying because I was receiving information, and it took me a minute. It took me longer than it does now to cognitively relate what information I'm receiving. But I still showed up and did it because I still wanted to express myself. I wasn't afraid of myself. I knew that there was other people who needed my presence, right? Because magic is that in the presence of you, people feel activated. And when you know that you are worthy and deserving and you were called and you were put here for a specific reason for you to do that, you get over the limiting beliefs of, oh, I look like this, or, oh, I don't know what people are going to think I'm weird, you know, whatever that it is. You get over that because you realize there's more people that are watching that are being transformed and are listening than the negative. And even the people that are negative, they're still watching your content. They're still receiving wisdom. They're still receiving the stream of consciousness. Their subconscious is still being activated towards enlightenment, whether they want to resist it and backlash and whatever, which is fine, but they're still were called to your live to watch what you were going to say. And if they want to like say something mean, you know, that's on them, but that's not going to stop me from my message, my duty, my responsibility, right? Because like we all have jobs, right? Like in a way, when you think about it, like it's just when you're awakened, when you're enlightened, when you're committed to this path of evolution, of growth, of magic, of mysticism, of like, oh, just give me more sensation in my body and let me feel expressed and let me feel desired and let me feel like so excited about what I'm doing and what I'm creating that I can't just help but talk about it. I can't help but offer more free things. I can't help but turn on live and just communicate what's coming through me because the message is oozing through my body, like coming through me and like emulating like a waterfall, like has to be shared because it's just so exciting and it's so good and it makes me feel so excited. So I want you to see what's possible for you. That is our job on this path. Our path is to be the messenger. Our path is to be the sharer. We're not in the path of, okay, here's my 5-year plan as a corporate strategy. Here's my whatever. Our thing is, okay, what is the message? What is the offering? What is the message? What is the offering? What is the message? What is the offering? And to constantly go between those things. And it's fun because we're creative. All of us who are here are creative beings. We would be mither freaking bored if we had to sit there and launch the same thing over and over and over again. We had to see the same clients over and over and over again. We would be so bored out of our mind, it's not even funny. So you have to begin to look at your job. If you want to make this work, your responsibility, show up every day. And when you first started when I first started my business, when I first started, right, showing up literally meant like every day, doing a post, doing a thing. What am I creating? What am I launching? What am I showing up for? Now, obviously, it's a little bit different. Like, what can I relaunch? What feels alive inside of me? And I could have done that early on too. Like, I didn't have to be so like crazy about like, oh my God, I need to sell. I need to sell. Right? I could have just shared, create your fairy tale life. This is what I'm doing. I want to help you create a fairy tale life, which I do want to help you create a fairy tale life. But it's like in that space. So let me know if this is landing. Let me know if you guys have questions. I'm going to sip my coffee. Isn't this dog so cute though? This dog like is just the cutest thing. It really makes me so happy. So that's magic. Now let's go more to the money part. Your job, right, when you think about it, when you are activating in consciousness, light worker, energy workers, when you're doing this, your job is never going to be like every 2 weeks I get money. We have to get out of that paradigm because it can be every day I can receive money. So we really want to get in the paradigm of, okay, every day I receive money. What if I, something I saw recently, which blew my mind. And I was like, now I like have this seated in my subconscious mind and it feels reachable. But it's like, I read someone was like going like, I'm aligning to $10,000 days. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds insane. I'm always thought just get paid every day, but $10,000 days, like that'd be so cool. And I'm like, what if you could align to that? Why can't I align to that? So it's funny. I start like thinking in these different terms and these different ways to how to get there. But I'm not going to do something to just for like a paycheck every 2 weeks or just for money every day. I'm going to trust that who I am, who I be, what I represent, that is enough to build a community, to be compensated, to get the messages to people where they get so excited and inspired that they want to pay you, that they want to come and find you, that they want to message you and say, how do I enroll? That they are ecstatic about just being in the energy of you because the way that you're making them feel magic. You're making them remember like your trauma, your heartbreak, your pain, your deepest secrets, whether it's sexual, whether it's relationship wise, like those are safe here. It's okay. Whatever you desire out of this life, there's nothing wrong with it. Even my most recent podcast that I did on monogamy versus open relationships had some of the highest, had the highest downloads that I've had ever, right? And that was something I was so fearful to share. And so I just wanted to share, I wanted to jump on that money is just this energy. And the more that you commit to your magic, the more that you commit to communication, the more that you commit to being you, the more that you commit to your job is to be here and express, is to be here and share, is to be the messenger, is to be the divine expression. And the more you simply do that, even if it's like, hey everyone, how are you doing today? Like last night I did a beautiful post on Instagram because I'm doing a 60-day calm zone. I can go into what this is for you guys and so pause my thought and I'll go into this. My calm zone, basically, I don't know if you guys are like me. I have a super overactive mind. What I mean by overactive is like a hyperactive mind. It's like I will think and think and think and think and think and do and create. And I love it. It's part of who I am. It's part of my brilliance. It's part of what makes me creative. It's whatever. People can call it a million things. Like I love it though. But it sometimes is unhealthy because if I have something that's occurring, I can spin out of control. Like my thoughts will spin me out, basically, where I'm not in control anymore, but my thoughts are controlling me. So I was like, okay, I need to have a calm, free zone, meaning that nothing is allowed to disturb my peace. No one, nothing, like nothing is disturbing my peace. Like I'm going to be full and whole and just beautiful on the inside and like super peaceful. And I didn't want to call it a stress-free zone because that's giving energy to stress, right? So I was like, oh, let's call it a calm-free, a calm zone, like a calm zone where we're only calm, we're only peaceful. And anytime I notice myself feeling like stressed or over here, I come back into peace. I come back into, centeredness, to groundedness, to presence. So anyway, I did this kind of funny, well, not funny, this challenge that I am doing right now. And my friend was keeping me accountable and they took a photo of me when I was like getting sun-kissed by the sun. And I was like, oh my God, like it's so cool. That's my new vibe, and that was like what I loved. So anyway, again, that doesn't like result in like a money thing. Like I just shared it. And yes, did I put my 28-day accelerator, because that 28-day accelerator course that I have is a perfect thing. It's $28 if you want to do it along with me. Absolutely. But I didn't do that post for the money. I did that post because it felt alive and what was true for me. So I shared it. And the more that you can become in this habit of what's alive, what's inside of you, and you can share it, because other people around you can relate from it. Other people around you can be impacted from it. Other people around you can be nourished from it. And the more that you believe in yourself and you trust yourself and you back your magic and you back that the presence of you brings healing to others, it brings activation to others, it brings consciousness, it brings beauty, it brings everything, the more your life is going to shift rapidly. So anyway, that's what I wanted to come on and share this morning. As well as if you have not enrolled in my new course, MEOW, which we talk a lot about these things, like module 1 is all about claiming yourself. So it's like claiming you're an alien, claiming you're a starseed, like claiming who you're really meant to become. And we share this, we go into this really deeply. And so I highly recommend getting into it. It's such a low investment. I consider it $22, for your investment. And it's just a life-changing course. Like I'm really going to teach you, like if you feel like, oh my God, Colleen, this still feels stressful. I hear what you're saying, but it still sounds kind of stressful. I'm not really sure how to share what my magic is or da 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 da. This is still going to be the course for you, because I teach you like how I've gotten into habits like this, where everything I do is like, okay, what's happening here? And then share it. What's happening here? And then create. What's happening here? And then go. So anyway, this would be the program for you. It's totally life-changing. I highly recommend it. And I love you guys. If you like this, please share it. Please comment. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful moment in time. I hope you feel magical when you leave here. I hope you know you are magical. And I hope you know that money is coming towards you the more that you believe in yourself and you share yourself and you just focus on your expression. And from the expression, you always have an offer. Expression, offering. And in that place, you will absolutely create magic.